When I say the brand name Dremel, what do you think? What pops into your head? If it's a rotary tool, you're probably like 99% of the people out there. But what if I told you that big changes are coming to this brand? In fact, a lot of them are already here. Now, if you don't know this, Dremel's been around for a while. And when I say a while, I'm talking like 1932. They've been doing the whole rotary tool for a good long time. In fact, longer than a lot of other power tool manufacturers have been around. In fact, the old Dremel Moto tool here was, that was kind of the basis for the company. And they stuck like that for years. And that's pretty much all they really did. Then in 1993, Dremel was bought by Bosch. And a lot of people don't realize this is Bosch tools. These are the big players when it comes to tools out there. They're one of, if not the biggest tool company in the world. And, and they're known for making quality tools that are not inexpensive, but they're done right. And Dremel definitely falls into that category. Now, if you've been following Dremel, you just think of tools like this. This is like their base rotary tool. It's a single speed. This is the 100 line. Single speed, basic rotary tool at 35,000 RPMs. It does what it's supposed to do. Then they have the 200 that gets you dual speed. The 300 is where you get into real kind of control, anything I think from 5,000 to 35,000 RPMs on this. And if you want to get serious in a corded tool, you step up to their 4,000 line. This is the big daddy, the 4,300. The 540 variable speed rotary tool. And if you want to be serious about a rotary tool, this is the way to go. Unless, of course, you're looking professional, in which case you want to get something like the 9000 series with the flexible shaft, the foot controls on the whole 9 yards. Now, they do have cordless stuff. Now, I will say this, the low-end cordless, not my favorite tools, okay? But, don't worry, we're going to stick with me, though. We're going to go someplace special with this, all right? And then they step up to the 7000 series. And this, again, it's got a 4-volt battery. It's a decent tool. But again, you're not getting all that much oomph from a 4-volt battery, not as if you're used to using the corded stuff. Now, they also do have a pet nail trimming kit, which I got to say, as somebody who owns 2 Labradors, these things are essential. They're great for trimming down those claws because they will go crazy, all right? But then they also have a ton of attachments. You can take your rotary tool and turn it into a plunge router. You can turn it into a mini drill press. They even have a shaper router table. A lot of stuff you can do with the basic tool. Now, here's where we start to go away from the rotary tools and starts getting exciting. They've been making this tool for a while. This is their multi-tool. This is the same as any other multi-tool that's out there, except it's a little more compact and a little more finessed. I know a lot of people, Fine was the one who kind of started this industry. I honestly prefer the Dremel over Fine when I'm doing detail work. I think it's a better tool. I don't know, let me know what you think, but this is their MM35 3.5 amp variable speed corded oscillating multi-tool. It's a great little multi-tool, it really is. Now they can step up to the MM50 here. It's going to get you a little more oomph, a little more power in there, and you can do a little bit more with it. Now, if you want to ditch the cord, they do have a cordless option, and it's at 20 volt. Did you hear me? We're talking a 20 volt tool here. At this point, you're competing with the likes of DeWalt and Milwaukee and Ridgid and Ryobi. You're up there playing with the big boys in the 20 volt tool line. And I think this may be a sign of things to come. Stick with me. We're going to talk about this, all right? So then they also have this. Did you know they have these compact saw tool kits? This is the US 40. It's a 7.5 amp corded mini circ saw, if you will. And with the right blades, you can go through a lot of stuff with this, all right? Then they have even a cordless version. Again, a 20 volt max cordless version of this. A lot of people didn't realize Dremel was playing in the 20 volt market, all right? Then we got some other miscellaneous tools, a 4-volt screwdriver. We've got a cordless USB rechargeable glue gun, or it's more of a glue pen, honestly, than a glue gun. It's a decent little detail work kind of tool. They have electric scissors. They even have a flashlight. I don't know why, but I guess it's in their 4-volt line. That it's not like the batteries are interchangeable or something. They just charge inside the unit, as far as I know. But again, the 4-volt there, if that's what you're looking for. And then, of course, the 4-volt Scrub Daddy here. This is, trust me, drill brushes will take you way further than this thing will. But if you just need some small detail work, this one will do it. By the way, I'll put links down to everything. If you want to go and check them out, the links will be down below in the video description. But this is where things, anyway, they get a little weird, all right? We got the butane torch. I wouldn't recommend buying a butane torch from Dremel. You're going to end up paying for the brand. There's other ones out there. They have a precision butane soldering kit here as well. Again, there's cheaper versions that do it just as well. But the Dremel Moto Saw, this is one that's been around for a while. And if you are looking for detail work, this is a great way to do quick and simple, especially if you've got a small workplace, because you can just clamp it to a workbench, take it down when you're not using it. Super light, super easy to use. But, and then they also have the corded engraver as well. But I know I've teased you enough. We're going to talk about it. The real exciting news here is their new blueprint system. They have a whole new series of tools that they're coming out with in this blueprint system here. And these are all 12-volt tools. So with a 12-volt tool, you're now competing with the likes of Milwaukee's 12-volt line, DeWalt's got a 12-volt line. There's a lot of them out there because you're getting super compact. But let's talk about the tools. I know I've teased you long enough. Check this out. Boy, does that not have some Festool DNA built into it, if you know what you know. This is their DD 12-volt S1 3-in-1 drill driver. Now, you're not going to see this with the same kind of setup. The features on this thing are a little bit different. They've got a laser level built in and a stud finder as well. You can just pop it out. Let me pull up some of the pics on this. The laser level pops out so you can check laser when you're hanging stuff. You can do DIY projects. Of course, this is using an interchangeable 12-volt battery, so you're getting a real battery system with this. Variable speed or variable power chuck on that. But it's got a lot of interesting kind of setups here. Let me go down here through it because like the X marks the spot as they're talking about. So you have the built-in stud finder right there on the handle so you can, when you're hanging, and this is clearly designed for the average homeowner, apartment owner, condo owner who's going to be doing little light work around the house, all right? You're going to be hanging stuff up on the wall, maybe working on some cabinets in the kitchen, assembling some IKEA furniture, that kind of stuff. And for that area, this looks like it could be a real winner. I mean, you got Dremel quality, interchangeable battery. Let's see what else they've got in the line. So we've got now a multi-tool that's running in that 12-volt brushless line. They had the 20-volt, they had the corded. This is sliding into that super compact, multi-tool with the 12-volt. This is one that actually makes me excited. I want to get my paws on this. Let's see what else we got. We've got a rotary tool also in the 12-volt, so you can skip that 4-volt, go straight up to an interchangeable 12-volt, use it with all the other stuff. That gets exciting, okay? And then this next one, this is where it gets a little crazy, okay? At least Dremel kind of crazy. We've got a compact saw. Yeah, I showed you the other saws here. Let me go back here. They like to auto scroll on this. There it is. There's the compact saw in the new blueprint line. Again, 12-volt tool here. And they even have this accessory. This is wild. A portable saw station that basically turns it into a mini table saw. Whether you're doing small crafts around the house or small repairs or something like that, if you don't need to be a hard tool user, and I get it, not everyone's going to need all the tools and stuff that we have that we play with around here. But for that light duty stuff, hey, maybe you're living the mobile life. Maybe you're doing RV living, you're retired. I've got friends, they sold their house, bought themselves a fifth wheel. A set like this would be great for them to work on the fifth wheel as they travel around. There's those things, it's a traveling earthquake every time you get on the road. It's always nice to be able to repair your stuff whenever you get to your next destination. And this would be a great way to do it. So whether it's crafting, light repairs, mobile toolkit, point is, Dremel is really updating their stuff. They're coming out with a whole new line of products in the blueprint system. I'm excited to see what's next. If you want to keep following, we're going to stay on top of this. So go ahead and chomp that like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on your way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.